Joe Concha, Lisa Boothe, and David Webb, along with Fox News correspondent Anita Vogel, who are all part of the big weekend show this week. Yes. Glad to have you guys on the couch. The couch, I don't know, has ever been so full. Joe, I was very, very fascinated by what Vivek had to say there. There are many that say America is a late-stage empire, that it is in decline. He offers a positive vision, says we're actually in adolescence. What do you think?
Optimism wins in President.
Scott also has a very positive message, and he goes out there and he's very articulate and he has an amazing life story. And so he's another one with a positive message that I think people really like.
Agreed?
Yeah, I don't like the positive message. Because it's not truthful. I mean, we don't have to be a nation in decline, but we are a nation in decline. We have open borders right now. We're no longer a sovereign nation. We've depleted our military arsenal because we've decided to engage in a war in Ukraine that we shouldn't be involved in. You look at inflation right now, we're gutting the middle class. I mean, the middle class is being destroyed. So we are absolutely a nation in decline. And I want someone who recognizes this moment that we are in as a country and who's being honest about it. We don't have to be. Can we change the trajectory? Sure. But let's be honest about where we are.
The next message, though, is that we can rise again if you implement the kind of policies.
Yeah, but
I knew Lisa would bring the fire.
There's got to be a fight.
Oh, of course.
No, I did. I knew Lisa would bring the fire and brimstone, and I wanted, but I did want to have that.
Well, it was like, let's just wind her up.
But I do think it's a substantively interesting question about whether or not we are a nation in decline. All empires decline at some point. Have we arrived at that? I want to move forward, though, now with you. Anita, I want to throw this one to you. Karl Rove on One Nation last night had something very fascinating to say. This is politics now. This is not necessarily about the principles or the morality of abortion, but a question of how it plays politically. Let's listen to Karl Rove.
Well, I think he's right. I do. But then I also look back to the midterms and where abortion played such a key role. And that, the red wave was supposed to happen. It didn't happen, right? We got a red trickle. And a lot of people said it was because of abortion.
The issue of abortion and how it should be handled by Republicans politically.
Well, you see Kansas, Republicans lost. Ohio, Republicans lost. Midterm elections, that was a big, big issue.
Yeah.
The messaging is all over the place. It's 6 weeks. It's 15 meets. There should be a federal ban. There should be a state ban. They have to have a consistent message on this, or this will impact the presidential election.
Well, I'm fully understanding the fact that I'm like far, far right to the country on this issue, right? I don't even know if I believe in exceptions because a life is a life. And if, but look, I think as the Republican nominee, whoever it is, you have to offer more than that, right? It's got to be about the economy. It's got to be about all these other issues. It's got to be about what's happening to kids in schools as well with a lot of this transgender stuff. So you just have to offer a bigger picture.
David, Democrats will try to make it about abortion.
Yeah, look, they'll try to make it about abortion, but abortion is not going to govern the life of 300 million. But if they can't afford to get the kids to summer camp, if they can't afford to buy them something for sports, if they can't afford to go...
They're like up until the moment of birth and maybe beyond.
Right, but he simplified it. When he simplified it, it took it off the table. And in politics, take it off the table.
All right, good stuff, spirited. That's what we can expect, 7 p.m. on the big weekend show tonight. Thank you so much.